7 from their last 8, and they've only lost once in their last 21 games in all competitions, and they're currently 5 unbeaten in this competition as well in the UEFA Europa League. Now Aston Villa will be looking to return to winning ways after they lost at home 1-0 to Everton in the Premier League in their most recent game, and they are looking, aiming to make it 4 Europa League victories in a row. Now a victory for Villa would see them potentially be able to qualify for the round of 16 stage of the competition automatically with a game to spare. Villa would have to win tonight and also hope a few results go their way in the later games, because of course we've got quite a few games kicking off at 8 PM tonight. So Villa potentially could qualify for the round of 16 stage automatically with a game to spare if they get a win tonight. Now for Fenerbahce, they can certainly still qualify for the round of 16 stage automatically. If they were to get a win tonight, that would put them in a very good position, as they're currently in 12th and just outside that top 8 spot. But certainly a couple of wins in their last 2 games of the league phase would surely put the Turkish side into the round of 16 stage without needing to go through the knockout playoffs round. And also Fenerbahce, they currently sit in 2nd position in the Turkish Super League, and they're still unbeaten in the league as well this season. From 18 games, they've won 12 and drawn 6, but even though they are unbeaten, they're still not actually top. They're behind Galatasaray, who are currently playing in the UEFA Champions League. So it's been a very good season for Fenerbahce. And Aston Villa currently in 3rd position in the English Premier League with 43 points from their 22 games so far. They've had a fabulous season so far, but just suffered a blip in that defeat against Everton, and we will see if that continues into tonight's game. Of course, probably the biggest storyline going into this match is that 2 Fenerbahce players in their starting 11, of course, used to play for Villa not all that long ago. John Duran, of course, leading the line for Fenerbahce tonight, and of course Marco Asensio as well, who had, along with Duran, had a fabulous little spell at Villa before moving on. So we are now underway in this game. Fenerbahce playing, shooting from left to right from my perspective, and Villa shooting from right to left as I see it. So Fenerbahce in their home strip in the yellow and dark blue stripes, and Aston Villa all in white in their away strip. So it's Fenerbahce just in possession so far here in front of a packed crowd here in Turkey. They're just happy to trade passes between their defence with Skriniar, club captain, and a lofted ball down to the right hand side of Fenerbahce's attack, and that's dealt with by Villa, and Villa looking to try and go in the counter straight away, but well dispossessed there by Fenerbahce's midfield. Now just into the centre of midfield here for Fenerbahce. Just playing the ball to the right hand side of the attack, but Villa will go on the counter again here through Buendia, just on this left hand side, but dispossessed there by Mulder. Now to Oosterwolde. Now Edison. Now we've got a Fenerbahce player down on the turf. That's Yurksek, who's gone down. Ooh, just ended up just a little bit of a collision there with Buendia. And VAR is present at this game, but certainly don't think Buendia meant that at all. Just his foot ended up going over the foot of Yurksek. Yurksek now up on both feet after being helped up by the referee. Looks as if both teams are playing 4-2-3-1 formations, by the way, from what we can see so far. So 2 minutes into this game, goalless between Fenerbahce and Aston Villa. Now the Turkish side will look to play the ball out from the back then, starting with Edison. Oosterwolde. Now Mulder. To Fred. Back to the Fenerbahce defence. It's been brought out now by Semedo. Semedo to Yurtsev. Now Fred again. Good early possession here for Fenerbahce. As we mentioned before, very, very good form coming into this game. Just one defeat in their last 21 matches in all competitions. They're currently on a run of 4 wins in a row in all games as well. And a win here would put them in a great position to qualify in the top 8 of the league phase and go through to the round of 16 stage automatically. There's just a bit of a misplaced pass there as they were looking to play in Mulder on the right flank, and it's a bit of a cheap throwing that they've given away to Villa, just on the left hand side of their defence, and it's going to be Dean to take. There's a few other games kicking off at the same time as this one, and we'll let you know of any updates as and when we can. So just kicking off in the UEFA Europa League, we've got Bologna versus Celtic, Sports Club and Brann versus Football Club Midtjylland, Feyenoord versus Sturm Graz, Freiburg versus Maccabi Tel Aviv, Malmo versus Red Star Belgrade, PAOK Salonika versus Real Betis, Victoria Pilsen versus Porto, and Berna Sport Club Young Boys versus Olympique Lyonnais. I can tell you actually there's been a goal already, and Football Club Midtjylland have taken an early lead away at Sports Club and Brann in Norway. Back here though in Turkey, Semedo just bringing the ball over the line for the hosts, just over the halfway line, and put the ball on the left hand side, but again, misplaced pass there. Another bit of a cheap throw in to give away to Villa, midway down their own half on this right hand side. And it's going to be Cash to take for Villa. Long throw then over the halfway line, trying to find Watkins. Can't quite hold the ball up though. And Fenerbahce forced to play the ball back to Ederson. It doesn't go, doesn't reach up to him there. And in the end, Fenerbahce's defence having to pull out a heroic block there to deny Morgan Rogers from going any further and getting the first shot of the game. Gustavolda coming in with a vital challenge there to stop Rogers from having a shot, and so it's going to be a corner kick now for Villa on this right hand side as we just approach going into the 6th minute of the game. Plenty of bodies in the box here and around the edge of the 6-yard area. It's going to be Tielemans to take the corner for Villa on this right hand side. Signals to the players, and he's going to take it out swinger into the box here, and it's Mings with a header, but his effort sails comfortably over the bar. That's our first chance of the game, and it's fallen to Villa, and the head of Tyrone Mings, but not troubling Ederson in goals. That's Villa's first sight of goal there in their early attempts to take the lead. Now Fenerbahce will play the ball out from the back here. Duran, almost a lovely through ball there. Just didn't quite work out. He was trying to play in Nene, but didn't quite work out there. Now we've got a Villa player just down on the turf inside his own half. It's Tielemans. Just might require some treatment here. We'll just find out exactly how that happened. Tielemans just ended up as if he just caught his foot there with Asensio. Nothing deliberate or anything like that, and play now continues, and in fact Bogard has just now committed a foul, so it's going to be a free kick to the hosts about 10 yards behind the halfway line inside their own half here. Now they'll go down this right hand side with Skriniar, the captain. Now to Asensio, former Villa player of course. Long ball, lovely ball. Great first touch there from Semedo. Now to Skriniar. Asensio. Skriniar again. Yurtsev. Now to Gustavolda. About 15 yards over the halfway line. Square pass to Fred on his right hand side. Plays the ball forward. Finds Duran. Now to Asensio. Nice early possession here for Fenerbahce. Pretty comfortable on the ball, but Villa dispossessed though on the right-hand side of their defence through Cash. And Villa just reclaim the ball inside the centre circle now. And to the left-hand side with Dean to Mings. He's got plenty of space around him here. So 7.5 minutes played. Still 0-0. Villa with the only effort so far. A header from the corner from Mings sailing over the bar and off target. Rodgers looking to get the ball back for Villa. Ball rebounds to Cash. And Buendia's in plenty of space. In the end, Villa are able to play the ball into the right-hand side here. Delivery comes in, looking to find Watkins. It comes back out to the right-hand side. Then a pass was attempted to Rodgers, who was there on the edge of the 18-yard box, but it was well defended by the hosts. And now Fenerbahce will look to counter down this left of centre here. Fred, long ball to the right-hand side, chested down nicely by Nene. Nene looking for an overlap, I think, there. Now to Mulder. Fred back in the centre. Quite a nice open game so far then. But still goalless between Fenerbahce and Villa. Now to Skriniar. Oosterwolde. Just looking for support here. Gets it with Fred, who's just happy to sit back very deep at the moment. To Oosterwolde and Villa. Just quite happy for Fenerbahce to have quite a lot of early possession at the moment. I'll tell you, by the way, that Celtic have taken a lead away in Italy against Bologna. And that was a goal after just 6 minutes. So Celtic have taken an early lead in Italy away against Bologna. That could be a crucial goal, that one there. Asensio, though, for Fenerbahce, looks to play the ball into Duran. Duran plays the ball back. Bogard looking to shield the ball away, and Villa just about get the ball away from danger, but now they've lost the ball again here. Comes out to Nene from the right wing, approaches the edge of the 18-yard box, but a nice bit of skill there. Plays the ball to Fred, who goes for goal, and it's a shot on target, but it's straight at Bizot's in goal. He's there in place of Martinez, who is currently injured. In fact, Villa do have a few injuries to deal with. So Martinez is absent due to injury, as is Kamara. Barkley also unavailable as well. Of course, Villa now missing Daniel Marlon because he's moved out on loan to Roma for the rest of the season, and Villa still haven't got a replacement for him yet, and it'll be a big loss. I'm a little bit surprised that Marlon has been allowed to leave Villa, because I've always been very impressed by him. But Villa very quickly going on the counter here. Ollie Watkins, and that's great defending there from Skriniar. Read Watkins like a book, but now the ball has come back to Villa. Rodgers on the left-hand side almost manages to find, I think it was Matty Cash there, just on the right-hand side of the box. Sorry, my apologies. It was Jadon Sancho, Villa's 19. He was just in that area there. It's normally an area where Matty Cash will come in on the overlap and hang around on the far post. It's where he's found joy earlier on before this season. But it was Sancho still looking for his first Aston Villa goal. And Fenerbahce now looking to just sustain possession again after Villa put them very quickly there on the break. And Watkins just had one defender left to beat. That was an expert challenge that came in from Skriniar to stop Watkins in his tracks. Now Fenerbahce just on the right hand side of their defence. Foul is given away though. It's going to be a free kick to the hosts. Just the challenge came in a little bit late from Buendia. And so the free kick is taken short and quick by the Turkish outfit. Fred to Skriniar. Now to Ederson. Oosterwolde. Got plenty of time here. Still inside Fenerbahce's own half. Yerksek. And a bit of a cheap throw-in to give away into gain there from Fenerbahce. Was looking to find Semedo on the right-hand side. Too much purchase on it though, and Villa play the throw-in quickly. Watkins on this right-hand side. Looking to get some space to play the ball in here early into the 18-yard box. It's just being penned in currently by Yurtsek. And the ball is played into the area. And Fenerbahce have ended up winning a goal kick for Ederson to take. So, very close contest so far, as I think we expected it to be. Just a reminder of the goals that have come in so far then in the UEFA Europa League in these early 5:45 PM kickoffs UK time. So it is currently Bologna 0, Celtic 1. It's currently Sports Club and Brand 0, Football Club Midtjylland 1. And it's also Feyenoord 1, Storm Graz 0. And it's also Victoria Pilsen 1, Porto 0. Villa back on the counter. Buendia looking to play the ball to Rodgers, who's just on the left-hand side of the 18-yard box. Quick 1-2 there with Buendia. Plays the ball back to Buendia. Ball rebounds to Rodgers, but he can't keep the ball. Fenerbahce will play it out here through Asensio. Goes past Tielemans very nicely indeed. That's a great through ball here, but Bizot in the right place at the right time. Almost playing as like a sweeper keeper there. Great positioning there and anticipation from Villa's second choice goalkeeper. This is his fourth game though in this Europa League phase, so he's now played more games than Martinez in this competition. And Bizot did very well there to stop that Fenerbahce attack dead in its tracks, because that was an excellent through ball that was played in by the former Villa player Asensio. And Fenerbahce back in possession. Just the ball carried over to Asensio's. Looked very dangerous early on. Of course, Villa fans know all about how dangerous he is, and of course with John Duran as well. I think he scored 20 goals altogether in his time with Aston Villa, but nearly all of them were extremely well taken goals. He didn't really do tap-ins, John Duran, in his time at Villa. He always tended to be pretty spectacular finishers. Of course, his most famous one, that goal against Bayern Munich. Villa beat Bayern Munich in the league phase of the UEFA Champions League last season. So it's a throw now to Fenerbahce, right on the halfway line on their left-hand side. Taken by Semedo. Ball goes out of play. And Semedo's just gone down here, holding his left ankle. I think after a challenge there with Rodgers. Rodgers trying to win the throw for Villa. And not too sure if it's going to be a free kick to Fenerbahce or whether this will just be a throw to the visitors. So we'll find out here. Once we have a bit more of a break, we can also just run through again who the substitutes will be in this match here, as Villa have the ball on this right-hand side. Now from the right wing here, on the edge of the 18-yard area. Played in, but it's cleared away initially by the Fenerbahce defence. Again, Villa looking to play the ball in from Cash on this right-hand side. Now to Bogart. Tielemans plays the ball into Rodgers, and Rodgers plays the ball across the face of goal. Will be collected eventually by Dean on this left-hand side, and Villa just having a bit more of the ball now as we approach the 17th minute of the game. Mings, just every Villa outfield player just inside Fenerbahce's own half now. And Villa have won a free kick. Bogard going down after a bit of a shove. And is won Villa a free kick around about 40 yards out here from the goal line in a central position. Fred it was that came in with the challenge there from the back. About 40 yards away. Looks as if it's going to be Tielemans to take then. Surely too far away to go directly at goal. But an opportunity for the visitors to pitch the ball into the 18-yard area. And it is pitched inside the area, headed away by the Fenerbahce defence. Ball comes back out to Dean. Dean from the left-hand side. Not a bad delivery, but it's still cleared away by the Fenerbahce back line. But Buendia does well to recover possession. Buendia goes for goal, but that's pretty dreadful effort in the end, though. Goes about 10 yards wide of the post. And you can tell by his facial expression there, not happy with the shots that he had in the end. So it's going to be a goal kick then for Ederson to take. But in a really good position there, Buendia. It was a brilliant tackle to win back possession from Nene. Might have been better actually just going for a cross rather than a shot from the left-hand side of the 18-yard box. But Villa regaining possession again, now with Lindelof. Villa just beginning to get a bit more of a footing into this match. Now Villa just with a chance here inside the 18-yard box, but it's a great block there from Mulder. Excellent block there. And it's going to be a corner for Villa. Just managed to play in Watkins. Really good block in the end from Mulder. It's going to be another corner now for the visitors on this right-hand side. Doesn't look to be many players around the corner quadrant, so I think this is going to be played in again as an out-swinger into the 18-yard area here. As we await this corner to come in. So Tielemans again then, out-swinger, takes a header and it's just cleared away by a Fenerbahce defender about 5 yards in front of the line there. Ederson was at full stretch just for a moment. Another delivery aimed in. Lindelof just heads back to Dean, and Villa recover the ball once more here. This has been good pressure here from Villa within the last 5 or so minutes here. Now Sancho on the left of centre. Quick 1-2 with Rodgers. Buendia just coming up towards the edge of the 18-yard box, cleared away by the Fenerbahce defence. Now Lindelof has just got plenty of space here in the heart of the Villa defence. He's really impressed at Villa since his move from Manchester United. He's fitted in very nicely. And he's received some big praise from Unai Emery earlier on this season. But now Fenerbahce on the counter-attack here. With Duran trying to find space. We all know what he can do. Asensio goes for goal himself and forces a pretty decent save in the end there from Bizot. Nice tee up from Duran. Of course, used to be a Villa connection, that. Duran passing to Asensio. Curled efforts, but just didn't quite have the pace that Asensio would have wanted. And in the end, fairly comfortable save there for Bizot to make. But Villa just down this left-hand side now. Rodgers can't keep the ball, though. Cleared away by Yerksek. And that's going to be a free kick to the hosts. Well inside their own half. Foul committed by Tielemans on Yerksek. Tielemans trying to help Yerksek back up, but refuses that offer. Just a clip round the ankles there. Perhaps maybe a little bit fortunate for Tielemans to escape a booking. That last Villa effort, by the way, though, actually came from the head of Watkins before it was cleared away by the Fenerbahce defence. Let's try and get some stats, the latest stats up and ready for you as this match continues here. Just coming up to the midway point of the first half. It's going to be a throw to the hosts, just on the right-hand side of their defence. It's going to be Mulder to take. In terms of XG, still been pretty quiet. Fenerbahce just with 0.02. Villa's 0.09. And Fenerbahce have had 2 shots with 2 on target. Villa's 4 shots with just the 1 on target so far, as we await the deadlock to be broken here in Turkey. Ball cleared away by the Fenerbahce back line. Almost goes out for a throw. Mings just about keeps the ball in, but I think he's actually given away a foul there. And so, Mings just running into the back of Duran. I think that header, by the way, from Watkins would possibly have come back off the post. It would have been close. I think it was actually maybe spinning just wide of the target. But, of course, the Fenerbahce defender was not to know that. And so had to just clear his lines just in case. Now the hosts just attacking down this left-hand side with Semedo, but Villa reclaim the ball here. Lindelof to Cash, but Cash needs support. Ball runs out of play, and it will be a throw to Fenerbahce. Oh, it's actually gone to Villa. Fenerbahce thought it was their throw and took it very quickly, but the referee just explaining that it's actually a throw to the visitors. And throw now taken by Unai Emery's side, but Asensio has got possession here. He's going to play the ball into Duran, and can he get enough space? No, he can't. Well defended in the end by Minks, and Bizot then came out gratefully to playing the ball in his hands there. It shows how dangerous John Duran can be, but Villa on a very, very quick counter here, looking to play Watkins in. Doesn't quite reach him, following the pass in from Buendia, so pretty open game this. If it keeps on going like this, we surely are going to see an opening goal sooner rather than later, but now a free kick has been given away by Morgan Rogers, well inside Fenerbahce's own half on the number 5 for Fenerbahce, Yurtsek. And at the moment, Tyrone Mings, a very busy man, just almost man-marking John Duran quite a lot of the time so far in this game. So, free kick then for Fenerbahce, a long way inside their own half. It's going to be taken by Ederson as we move into the 24th minute of the match here. Just in terms of other goals, Sports Club and Bran have equalised, so it's now 1-1 in their game at home against Football Club Midtjylland. No other goals so far since the last update that we gave you, so it's still goalless between Freiburg and Maccabi Tel Aviv, between PAOK Salonika and Real Betis, and with Berners Sport Club Young Boys and Olympique Lyonnais. So now Villa, long ball pitched in towards the right wing. Now Watkins plays the ball back onto the right-hand side here, finds Jadon Sancho just inside the 6-yard box, and he scores with a header from close range, and Aston Villa take the lead here in the 25th minute of the game, and it's Jadon Sancho who has scored for Aston Villa. We were talking a little bit earlier on in this game about how he's still not scored yet for the Villains since his move, but he's now got on the score sheet here. Close range header. It all came from a long free kick pitched in towards Villa's right-hand side. Fenerbahce not really dealing with that very well. Watkins played the ball onto the right-hand side. It took a deflection. Not too sure, did it come off Watkins? Came in from Cash initially, and it actually came off the head of Yurtsek. So it's almost, could say the assist has come from Fenerbahce's own defender there. And Sancho suddenly found himself all on his own on the edge of the 6-yard box, and is easily able to head the ball past Ederson, and Jadon Sancho scores for his first goal in the UEFA Europa League this season for Villa. So it's Fenerbahce 0, Aston Villa 1, and it's Jadon Sancho with the goal then, and he's edged Villa in front. And if Villa can get a win, and if a few other results go their way, then Villa can qualify automatically for the round of 16 by the end of tonight. Of course, that does depend on how a few of the 8 PM games go as well. But a win for Villa, even if it doesn't mathematically guarantee them top 8, it will surely see them finish inside the top 8 by the end of the final match day next week. It certainly puts Villa in a great position, and it is certainly a blow for Fenerbahce's own hopes of qualifying inside the top 8. They approach this game in 12th position. As it stands, Villa are actually currently in first place at the moment as well. There'll be 2 points ahead of Lyon and FC Midtjylland. Long way to go though, but there's now a free kick to the hosts. Midway down Villa's own half here, as head coach Domenico Tedesco looks on. Foul committed by Tielemans, running into the back of a Fenerbahce player there. So Villa have just got to be careful not to let their lead slip so soon after taking their lead. As we mentioned earlier on, Fenerbahce are a team in a rich vein of form. 4 games won in a row in all competitions, 7 wins from their last 8, unbeaten in 5 in this competition, and just 1 defeat in their last 21 in all competitions. So if Villa could register a victory here, it would, well, arguably be their most impressive victory so far in this competition, at least. So into the 28th minute now. Fenerbahce playing the ball out from the back now to Fred, back to Ederson. Oosterwolde is coming under a lot of pressure here. Good pressing from Villa's forward line. Ball goes out of play. I think it's Semedo that's gone down there for Fenerbahce, and it is. Who ran into the back of him there as if it was Cash. He's pleading his innocence. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, Cash just ran into the back of Semedo's left leg. Tad surprised that Cash hasn't been shown a yellow card there. But surely that will be a free kick to Fenerbahce, and it is. No yellow cards shown yet by the referee tonight, Luis Miguel Branco Godinho. Long ball floated in by the Turkish side. Just inside the Villa 18-yard box, and Bogard just gives the ball away to Asensio. We all know how dangerous he is. Villa's defence will, well, eventually just play the ball out from the back here. Sancho, goal scorer himself, just playing the ball back to Bizot before he clears the ball away. So just a reminder, if you've just tuned in, it's currently Fenerbahce 0, Aston Villa 1 in this penultimate match day of the Europa League phase, and it's Jadon Sancho with the opening goal of tonight's match here for Villa. Asensio looking to keep the ball from 20 yards out here, and Villa's defence is coming under a lot of pressure. Sancho tries to play the ball away, comes off Semedo last, and it'll be a goal kick for Bizot to take. Having a look at that goal again there. Sancho completely unmarked. I don't know which Fenerbahce defender it was that just left him on his own completely there. Mixed up there in the Fenerbahce back line. As we said before, no assist from a Villa player. The assist actually came from a glancing header from Fenerbahce's number 5, Ismail Yurksek. And so that's how Villa took the lead, and now they're on the counter very quickly here. Buendia from 20 yards out. Oh, it's a great challenge that's come in there. Absolutely brilliant challenge. Very fair, firm but fair. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. That stops Villa's latest attack in their tracks. And now Fenerbahce will go on the counter. Fred to Asensio. Asensio again. And to Oosterwolde. Yurksek. To Skriniar. The captain is forced to go back again, trying to get away from Rodgers. Now Fred on the right of centre. That's a good delivery that's come in, and Bizot does well to playing the ball safely there. And now Villa can counter very quickly once more. They've been dangerous on this counter. Well, that's another great challenge that's come in though. And Bogard with a bit of a late trip himself. Referee has played on though. He's played advantage. A pretty decent game so far, the referee. Let the game flow quite nicely. No decisions that could be seen as controversial at the moment. Fenerbahce playing it out from the back here now with Oosterwolde to Fred. Both Fred and Yurksek very happy to sit in deep for Fenerbahce, but Tielemans now to Bogard. That's a nice ball. Rodgers now plays back to Tielemans on the halfway line. Now Villa going to advance down this left-hand side. Dean got a nice bit of space to work into. It's a good ball, but that's well won by Ederson. Prevents his side from falling further behind there. Fred for Fenerbahce plays the ball to Duran. He's about 40 yards away from the goal line. Duran just looking for support here. Coming up against Bogard. And the Turkish side just keep the ball. Again, 40 yards away from the goal line. Now to Fred. And he'll play the ball to the left-hand side. Finds Semedo. Fred again. Referee just getting in the way a little bit there. Fred could go for goal. 30 yards out, and it's over the bar, but not too far away from hitting the target. Not a bad effort there from Fred in midfield. He was there to be hit because he wasn't being closed down, but ultimately, the ball of about 5 yards or so over the bar. But Fenerbahce go on their latest attack here. As we mentioned before, if Villa could get the victory, this would be a really big win for them. Fenerbahce, very much a team in a rich vein of form. But on their latest attack, not sure if it's a foul committed there by a Fenerbahce player or whether it was offside, but either way it's a free kick to Villa inside their own 18-yard area. It's been given as an offside. John Duran was just half a yard ahead of Luca Dean. So it's going to be a free kick to Villa inside their own half. Another goal that's come in from one of the earlier kickoffs in the Europa League tonight. It's now Bran 1, FC Midtjylland 2 in that game there. No other goals that have been scored since our latest update. So Celtic are still 1-0 up in Italy ahead against Bologna. That would be an excellent victory there for Martin O'Neill's side. I'm just wondering if John Duran might possibly have to come off here for Fenerbahce. He's picked up a knock there. I think he's just going to have to go off because he's being treated. So I think he will be coming back on in just a moment's time. But Villa now take the free kick following that offside. Mings to Lindelof. Now Duran returns to the field of play, so he will be fine to continue for the hosts. So Villa on their latest attack here. To Bogard in the centre of midfield. Back to Lindelof just on the right of the centre circle. Tielemans carries the ball to the left of centre. Quick ball out to Buendia. Now Sancho, the goal scorer. Will do his confidence the world of good to that. Tielemans spreads the ball to the right hand side. Catch. Bogard. And Villa just enjoying a bit more of the ball now as well. And as I say that, Fenerbahce do well to dispossess. Duran looking to play an early through ball, but Villa's defence is equal to it. In particular, Tyrone Mings is equal to it, and he's had really good games so far in the centre of Villa's back line. So 10 minutes to go then, plus any stoppage time before we reach the interval. And it's still currently Fenerbahce 0, Aston Villa 1. Thanks to a goal in the 25th minute from Jadon Sancho. Throwing comes in, headed away by Bogard initially, and a bit of head tennis before Rodgers gets the ball in for Villa. Looks to play an early through ball for Watkins to chase down, but that's headed away by the Fenerbahce defence as well. Ball collected by Bogard. Just retreats slightly. Now back to Lindelof. Plays the ball in the middle, but Rodgers can't reach it. Bogard wins the ball back. Plays to Rodgers. And both sides just finding it hard to keep possession at the moment here. That's surely a knee to the back there from Duran. Referee says play on though. Oh, and now he brings the play back. It's going to be a free kick. He's done alright, the referee. Been quite impressed with him so far. Did the right thing there. Played advantage initially to Villa, but when they lost possession straight away, gave the free kick eventually after Luca Dean was clearly kneed in the back there by John Duran. So free kick for Villa to take, and it will be taken by Tyrone Mings as we just approach the 38th minute of the game. Still Fenerbahce 0, Aston Villa 1 after that Jadon Sancho opener in the 25th minute. Bogard, that's not the best of passes from Bogard on the back, and Villa only just get away with it, but Fenerbahce still in possession. Duran knocks the ball over to the left-hand side. Semedo plays the ball in. Duran has possession again. Back to Semedo. Needs some support though. He's got Fred with him. Fred receives the ball now. It's being closed down by Cash. Oosterwolde goes on the overlap. Semedo. Now from 35 yards out, ball pitched in towards the far post, and it's expertly chested down by Buendia. And the ball is gratefully received by Bizot. Good defending in the end from Villa, but just need to try and make sure that they at least head into the interval still with this 1-goal advantage. Very tough place to come. Big run here though from Bogard. He's got about 45 yards, plays the ball into Watkins, but that's a great challenge there from the Fenerbahce 5, Yurksek. Not the first time he's come in with a brilliant challenge to stop Ollie Watkins. Now Fenerbahce will go on the counter themselves. Nice and open game we've got here. From the left-hand side, now into the centre of play. Durant plays the ball back. Now with Fred. To Semedo. Back to the left-hand side, finds Sensio. Knocks the ball in here, tries to find Actor Koglu, who's had a quiet game so far. He's been good for Fenerbahce in this competition. He's scored 4 goals so far in this competition in the league phase, but he's been kept largely quiet so far in this first half. There's going to be a corner now though, and it will be the aforementioned Kerem Aktürkoğlu to take. So it's going to be a corner then. It's Fenerbahce's first corner of the game. So Villa's defence now have some questions to answer here. Referee just laying down the law, what his expectations are of the behaviour in and around the edge of the 6-yard box here. Now we move into the 40th minute of the game. Just a bit of a heated discussion between Oosterwolde and Mings. The referee's just needing to calm down a bit here. We're still waiting for the referee to give the go-ahead for the corner to be taken, but is now having to sort of bring over Mings and Oosterwolde right towards him into a different area to just speak to them with maybe a tad more privacy. But now the whistle has gone. Corner comes in. Swinger comes off Mings last. Cash boots the ball away just before it goes over the byline. Good defending there from the Polish international. And Fenerbahce forced to play the ball all the way back to Ederson. We now move into the 41st minute. Over onto Fenerbahce's left-hand side, about 5 yards over the halfway line. Now into the centre of midfield. Now with Semedo. Plays the ball back to Nene. And he's got some time here. He's running up against Sancho. Gets the ball in, and it's, well, clawed away in the end by Bizot. And then the ball is headed back to him by a Villa defender. Decent keeping in the end there from Bizot. Good defending actually as well from Buendia, just making sure he was able to be in the right place to head the ball back to his goalkeeper in front of Marco Asensio before he could get the rebound in. Now Fenerbahce on the counter once more. Duran, 30 yards out, plays the ball to Fred. Bit of a heavy first touch. Fred goes down, but nothing given by the referee. Buendia in possession now. Plays the ball square to Tielemans. Tielemans to Rodgers. Rodgers just holds the ball up here for the visitors. Tielemans. Now knocks the ball back to the defence. Lindelof. Cash. Just forced to jet back on himself. Lindelof. To tell you, by the way, that Celtic have now doubled their lead away at Bologna. So it's now Bologna 0, Celtic 2 in their game. And Villa going on the counter there, looking for a second themselves here. Morgan Rodgers places the ball in here for Jadon Sancho. Looks to go around the goalkeeper. Surely he's going to score. No, he hasn't. Somehow the Fenerbahce defence are able to clear their lines. And then Villa do get the ball in the back of the net. But the referee has given a free kick for Fenerbahce. I'm not sure exactly what that was for. Unai Emery looks a little bit bemused here. I mean, how Jadon Sancho didn't just score earlier on, I'm still not too sure. Sancho in a whole world of space. Took his time, then went round the goalkeeper. And, well, I don't think there was an offside, because I could not see that the assistant referee's flag was up. So there was a challenge that came in there, I think, on Skriniar. And in the end, it was given as a free kick to Fenerbahce. So Villa with a big chance there to go 2-0 up. Sancho just took a bit too much time. Wanted to go round Ederson, the keeper. And then the ball was cleared away just in front of the goal line before a foul was given. And Fenerbahce ended up winning a free kick. So big warning sign there for Fenerbahce. Of course, if they were to go 2-0 down, that would be a long way back for them. Bogard is playing the ball back to Lindelof. Now Bizot, and Villa's defence being penned in here. Good pressing from Fenerbahce. And, well, it did look as if it was going to be a corner for the hosts. It's not given. It's actually going to be a goal kick to Villa. And now Nene has been shown a yellow card for dissent towards the assistant referee on the near side. So that's our first booking of the game. Nene was adamant that it should have been a corner to Fenerbahce. Probably had a good case as well, but too much back chat. Nene has been shown the first caution of the game as we just about to move into the 45th minute here. We'll be finding out how much stoppage time there will be very, very soon. Cash, just on this right-hand side of Villa's defence. Plays the ball back to Lindelof. Now Bizot. Plays the ball long. Looking to find Buendia. Watkins couldn't quite latch onto the loose ball there. Now Oosterwolde plays the ball over the halfway line. Dispossessed though pretty easily, it has to be said. And now Villa will look to counter themselves. Bogard, oh, and surely Rodgers has gone down there. What is the referee giving? It is a free kick to Fenerbahce. It was Rodgers that was hauled down there when he was in a very good position. So second yellow card in quick succession for Fenerbahce, and it's Oosterwolde that's now been shown the booking. So clearly some frustration setting in here for the hosts. Bogard about to play a really good through ball in there for Rodgers, and he was hauled down by Oosterwolde. And it's just going to be 1 minute of stoppage time, so this is surely going to be the last chance here of seeing another goal before the interval. So it's going to be a free kick 40 yards out in a central position. It's going to be Tielemans to take here. So Tielemans chips the free kick in. Mings with a header touch there for the Fenerbahce defence. Aims to head the ball out of danger. And in the end the ball rolls out for a throw-in. So it'll be a throw for the hosts in a defensive position on this left-hand side. Just a few seconds to go then before the referee will blow the whistle for half-time. The hosts look to play a long ball out from the back here. Bogard just tries to shield the ball away. It's pushed over. It's going to be a free kick to Villa. Foul came in there from Asensio. And that should really be the last piece of action of this half. Asensio might just need to be careful actually that he doesn't give too much back chat away. And there goes the half-time whistle. So we have now reached the interval here in Turkey. And it's been a good half for Aston Villa. They hold a slender 1-0 lead here thanks to a 25th minute goal from Jadon Sancho. So thank you for listening to our first half coverage. We'll be taking a break now of around about 10 to 12 minutes, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back just before the start of the second half for more live, uninterrupted audio commentary coverage. So at half time here, it is currently Fenerbahce 0, in the 25th minute. So it's a slender lead for Aston Villa. And it has been a very close game, so Fenerbahce is certainly not out of it. But the next goal, if we do get one, of course, of this game will be absolutely crucial. So we'll be getting the second half underway in just a couple of seconds or so. Villa all in white in their away strip, Fenerbahce in their home strip in their yellow and dark blue stripes. So Villa get us underway then, so we have now kicked off. Villa get us underway, and they'll be shooting from left to right as I see it, and Fenerbahce shooting from right to left from my perspective. Already a bit of a coming together there between certainly Matty Cash for Villa. Just a bit of a heated words. But, not too sure. I don't think anything else came from that. So it's going to be a free kick to Villa. Very, very early on, only 30 seconds of the way into this second half. So it doesn't look as if any changes have been made by either Domenico Tedesco or Unai Emery. So no changes at the interval. As this free kick is now played long and into the 18-yard box. And Mings almost getting ahead of his man. Then a shot is blocked in the end, and Tyrone Mings on the turn goes for goal, but he shoots wide of the target. Now it's a big opportunity there for Villa right inside the opening minute of this first half. So it was a great long free kick that was punted in by Tielemans. Mings gets on the end of that one, heads across the face of goal. Then Jadon Sancho goes for a shot himself. That's blocked. The ball is then steered into the path of Tyrone Mings, and he shoots just wide, and Ollie Watkins almost got on the end of that as well. Villa back on the counter again here. Jadon Sancho plays the ball in here. Emi Buendia goes around the goalkeeper, but then is that too much of an acute angle to get the shot in? And Fenerbahce just have enough defenders back here to clear the ball away. But, well, it's been all Villa so far in the opening 2 minutes of this second half, as the rain now is absolutely pouring it down here in Istanbul. So Buendia, in fact, the keeper, Ederson, did really, really well not to bring Buendia down. Because I thought for a split second I was about to commentate on a penalty being awarded. So the goalkeeper did really well not to bring him down. Now, VAR is present at this game, and I think they're just checking to see whether Buendia was actually fouled elsewhere by the number 27, Nelson Semedo. Now, we've got a bit of a break in play anyway, because Ederson is just being treated here. He's just sat down on the turf, the Fenerbahce goalkeeper. And I'm not too sure where that came from, because he didn't, in the end, he did not end up actually colliding with Emi Buendia. Having said that, Buendia, when he went round the keeper, he was just a little bit too much of an acute angle to get that shot in. And Fenerbahce had enough players back just to clear their lines. But now, a bit of concern being shown with the goalkeeper here. Now just being spoken to by Fenerbahce's number 37 and captain, Milan Skriniar. Just having a look at that chance game. It's a lovely pass from Sancho. And Buendia managed to get on the end. That's how it came about there. So there was a collision then. Ederson did really well to react so quickly there. So what happened was, so Sancho played the through ball in. Buendia got on the end of it. But Buendia's, well, just below his knee, he actually caught the face there of Ederson. Not intentionally, but he did just catch the face. Ederson did well to manage to keep on playing until the end of that attack. But he's actually getting, I think, an injection. He's getting an injection now, I think, on his bottom lip, and he's now just got some tissue covering his bottom lip as well. So Ederson is going to plough on here, but he's being quite a bit of pain. But Ederson will continue despite getting quite a nasty knock to the mouth there. And so play will now resume. It's going to be a throw-in for Fenerbahce in a defensive position on this left-hand side. And it's going to be taken by Semedo. Semedo's throw comes in. Cash tries to win possession back for Villa. Now Fenerbahce will go down the left-hand side. Now got another player down. This time it's Duran for Fenerbahce. 5 minutes into this second half now. But Duran is already back up on both feet, so he should be fine to continue. But I'm sure the Fenerbahce staff will just be monitoring Edison to check that he is going to be alright to continue, because that was a fair old whack there that he got from just below the knee of Buendia as he went round him. So Fenerbahce now in possession here with Yurtsev to the right hand side to Nene, and the delivery is attempted there by Mulder. It's charged down by Dean, and so it's now going to be a throw in to Fenerbahce on this right hand side, only a few yards away from the corner quadrant. It's going to be Mulder to take the throw. We now go 6 minutes of the way into the second half as the rain really pouring down now, making conditions pretty difficult. But Villa win possession pretty early on, booted away now. It goes straight up to Fenerbahce's defence, up to Oosterwolde. Then Rodgers is brought down. It's got to be a free kick, surely. Yes, it is. So, eventually given by the referee, but Rodgers being brought down. Brought the ball down nicely before being tripped there by Yurtsev. And I think Rodgers just, from what it looks like, from what Rodgers was saying, he said the word twice. So, just making the point to the referee that it's not the first time Yurtsev has committed a challenge like that on him. So it's going to be a free kick to the visitors, going to be taken by Tielemans just inside Villa's own half. Plays short then to Mings. Now Rodgers. This is very quick play here from Villa. Watkins just arrives into the 18-yard area. Can he get the shot in? We'll have to play the ball across the face of goal to Sancho, but he can't get the shot out from behind him there. Once he finally did, the Fenerbahce defence were able to get the block in. So that's twice now that Sancho has had a great opportunity to just poke the ball home from close range, but twice the Fenerbahce defence have been able to close him down in the nick of time. That was a big chance there for Villa. They've just got to be a little bit more clinical here, because of course with the margin just at 1, Fenerbahce still have every chance of getting back into this game. So we all know of the firepower that they have with the likes of John Duran, and also Asensio there, and Aktoglu as well. So now it's the 53rd minute here, and it's going to be a goal kick for Edison to take. So Fenerbahce now play the ball out from the back here, stuck to the right hand side of their defence. Use the ball though pretty cheaply to Dean, then Rodgers plays it back to Dean. Good overlap there from the French fullback, looking to find Buendia. Buendia runs into a Fenerbahce player who's been sent tumbling down in a bit of a heap there. Now a yellow card comes out. I think that's going to be the first booking for a Villa player, and it's Luca Dean that's been who is the recipient of that latest yellow. So that's Villa's first yellow of the game, the third yellow of the game overall. So Luca Dean has just got to be careful. Just a reminder of who's available on the bench for both sides. So on the bench for Fenerbahce, you've got Urgaz Aydin, Engin Can Bitej, Yigit Efe Demir, Haydar Karatas, Anderson Talisca, Kaglar Soyuncu, Edson Alvarez and Tariq Chetin. On the bench for Villa tonight, Pau Torres, Andres Garcia, George Hemmings, Jamaldine Jimo Alaba, Esri Konsa, Ian Matson, Amadou Onana, Sam Proctor, Evan Gesson, and James Wright and Caden Young, two youngsters there in the Villa setup, getting a chance on the bench here in this senior game. So Fenerbahce back in possession. Sensio just over the halfway line, knocks the ball back to Oosterwolde. Goes past his man, about 10 yards over the halfway line, inside Villa's own half. Now Semedo does well to keep the ball in. He's got ahead of not one but two Villa players. Goes for an early delivery from the left hand side, but it's cleared away by Lindelof, who's in the right place at the right time there. And it's going to be a throw in a good position here. Dangerous position for Fenerbahce. Going to be taken by Oosterwolde, just getting the ball as dry as possible here. So it looks as if it's going to be a long throw in as the rain continues to pour down here in Istanbul. Long throw right up towards the heart of the penalty area. And a bit of a head tennis battle between both sides. Now with Aktakoglu. And they might just go for a goal here from long range. In fact, Mulder actually plays the ball into the area. And it's getting very, very scrappy again. Fred unable to retain possession. And the ball goes out of play. Now we're about to see a couple of Fenerbahce substitutions. So it looks as if Yigit Efe Demir is coming on. And the number 94, Anderson Talisca, is coming on as well. So Semedo is the first player off. He's replaced by Yigit Efe Demir. Demir on for Semedo. And Douglas Nene is coming off, and he's replaced by the number 94, Anderson Talisca. So a double switch there from the Turkish side. 10 minutes into the second half. Still no substitutions yet from Unai Emery's team. Throw in then for Villa. Goes long. Finds Watkins, who's about 30 yards away from the goal line, but Villa unable to keep possession of the ball. Fenerbahce now in control, but just being penned a bit further and further back by Villa's high pressing. Goes all the way back to Ederson. He clears his lines. A long way up the top. But a free kick has been committed by John Duran, pushing into a Villa player while going for an aerial challenge there. Oh, sorry, my apologies. So it's actually given for offside. Just crept over the halfway line and has ended up being ruled as offside. I think he's actually had a shot yet in the game, Duran. Villa's defence have largely kept him quiet, mainly through Tyrone Mings and Victor Lindelof. Now Cash goes down for Villa, and it's going to be a free kick for the visitors just on the left of the centre circle here. So it's going to be a long ball punted in from Villa, probably from Yuri Tielemans. We'll just give a quick run through of the latest scores as and when we can. Long ball then punted in, finds Lindelof, then almost finds Mings, but the Fenerbahce defence are able to clear away here, and now they can go on the counter with Duran. Just goes over the halfway line. He's on this right hand side, needs a bit more support though. Just takes the ball himself, and then it's a square pass to Mulder on the left of centre. Now to Fred in the middle. 58 minutes gone, of course, with the scoreline still only at 1-0. Fenerbahce still absolutely still in this game. Villa, you feel like, could really do with that second goal just to kind of kill this game off, but Fenerbahce absolutely have the firepower to hurt Villa, and they're in very good form approaching this game. Still in possession, Oosterwolde. Now Fred still in the centre of midfield, back to Skriniar, and to Asensio, just having to sit deep a little bit here. Now 35 yards away from the goal line. Asensio again goes for goal, and it's actually blocked off his own player there. It's blocked off Talisca. Now Villa can go on the counter. Can they exploit the gaps that have just emerged here in the Fenerbahce defence? Dean to the left-hand side. Now with Buendia. Just looking to slow the tempo down just a little bit here as well. Tielemans. Back to Buendia, just before the hour mark in this game. Now to Rogers, receives the ball from Watkins. Sancho, the only goal scorer of the game so far, does well to get past his man there. Passes back to Bogard. Just has to backtrack a little bit here, but there's good pressing from Villa. Mings plays the ball into the middle. Tielemans, 30 yards out, tries to play a through ball through the middle. The Fenerbahce defence is equal to that one. Now it's a long ball punted up the top here. Duran gets on the end of it, but is just a little bit stranded just on the left wing. He needs some support. Square pass to Fred. Back to Duran. Fred again. They've got a chance here. Fenerbahce. It's a good save from Marco Bizot. The assistant referee's flag stayed down. That would have counted That was a really important save there from Bizot to deny Anderson Talisca, who'd only just come on the pitch there. Great save from Villa's second choice goalkeeper. And Villa were on the counter, but they've committed a foul, and Skriniar in response G's up his the home support here after that battle with Watkins for the ball. He's tried to just get the home support fully behind them as Fenerbahce look to get back onto level terms, and that was their best chance of the game so far. The assistant referee's flag stayed down. Brilliant chance there for Talisca, but a great save from Bizot to keep his side in front as we now go past the hour mark in this game, and it really is all to play for here. It's a very slender margin that Villa have, and as we mentioned before, right at the top of this second half coverage, the next goal, if we get one, will be absolutely crucial here. Fred from the halfway line plays the ball up to Skriniar, and not the best of passes, and in the end it's a cheap throw-in for Villa to win. Great chance there for Fenerbahce. Just having a look at the replay now. I mean, to be fair, the substitute Talisca really should have done better there. Almost a bit too casual with the effort, and they've just gone for a long range shot there, but it is straight at Bizot. Another chance there for Talisca, but that one was straight at Bizot and from long range, so we saw that one with plenty of time. But Fenerbahce back on the counter, and Villa just having to ride this latest Fenerbahce wave here. And Villa looking to do the damage on the counter attack, because now they're going down this left hand side here, and it's Ollie Watkins goes past one man, looks to go past another before he runs out of space, and has he won the corner kick? I'm not too sure actually what the referee's final decision is. Watkins came up against the captain Skriniar. I think it will be a corner to Villa. Yeah, it is. So it's a corner kick then to Villa, so the danger still not over for Domenico Tedesco's side. Watkins initially getting into a great position there, and then just found himself steering his way a bit off target, but still managed to win a corner. So the corner's played short. Comes out to Tielemans, 25 yards out. Now Cash from long range goes for goal. Oh, and it's saved. It's palmed away by the goalkeeper there. Very important save from Ederson. We all know how dangerous Matty Cash is from long range. And I think maybe even the possibility that might have actually hit the woodwork. I think it was a save from Ederson, palming the ball away. It's another chance for Villa, from very close to taking that 2-0 lead. But they're just thwarted right at the end. Fenerbahce is still in contention, but Villa again back on the counter once more here. Down the left of centre, they've got space, they've got time, and then surely that's a free kick for Villa. Nothing given from the referee. Very surprised by that, so play continues here just in front of the dugout area, but Villa have won the ball back. Now it's Fenerbahce players unhappy with the referee. Rodgers looking to get a 1-2 in there with Sancho, but that attack falls dead on its tracks there. And it's a great challenge that comes in from Tielemans on Fred. Now Rodgers, he's got support here. Rodgers might just go all on his own, and it's a good save in the end from Ederson to keep his side in there. Rodgers might have been better just playing the ball into Watkins, but he went for goal himself, and this has really gotten end-to-end here. We're into the 64th minute. Ball played in by Fenerbahce. It's the 18-yard area, looking to find Duran. But looks as if Duran's been ruled as offside. So it's going to be a free kick to Villa. Yeah, it was just a half a yard off the last man, who was Lindelof. Just having a look at that effort there from Rodgers. It was a good save. Needed to be at full stretch. Then let's have a look at this Cash effort. Oh, it did come back off the post. I thought it was a save. It actually came back off the woodwork there from Matty Cash. He had all the Villa substitutes who was warming up close to that area, all reacting like they just couldn't believe that didn't go in. So I thought it was a save, but yeah, Matty Cash has 25-yard effort ended up coming back off the post. Villa on the attack once more, and they've got a big chance played across the face of goal, and it's gone over the line, but the assistant referee has got the flag up here, and that will be offside. And has it been given? Whoa, goodness me, have Villa got the second goal here? Has the assistant referee's flag gone up here? Unai Emery is not celebrating. Well, what is the final decision? Well, the ball has gone over the line, but no one has celebrated. Well, it is offside, surely. Jadon Sancho was about a yard offside there. I think what's happened is that the assistant referee has not put the flag up, but I think the Villa players, I feel like they all feel like it's pretty obvious that Jadon Sancho was offside in the build-up. And so, so it has now officially been chalked off. So it is still Fenerbahce 0, Villa 1. Quite odd, that one. I think it was just a really bad error there from the assistant referee. Like, even all the Villa players could see that Jadon Sancho was offside in the build-up, but for some reason the assistant referee didn't spot it. So I think VAR did get involved, but that must be one of the easiest and quickest VAR overrules there's ever been there. So that has been chalked off then. It would have actually have been an own goal there from Fenerbahce's number 5, Ismail Yurtsek. But it is still 1-0 then to Villa. So I must say, it was so odd, like no one celebrated in a white shirt for Villa. So you knew something was up straight away. Now Fenerbahce will go on the counter here through the number 9 Akçakoglu, and that's saved by Bizot in the end through his right foot. And this game far from over, and then another shot on target there, this time from Anderson Talisca, but this time that's straight at Bizot, and much more comfortable for the keeper to deal with there. And that first save, quite impressive from Bizot, he was off balance. Then in the end, a left-footed toe poke almost there from Anderson Talisca. That was straight at Bizot. We've got a really open game on our hands now. Still Fenerbahce 0, Villa 1. Jadon Sancho with the only goal so far. We've got a really open game here, and again, it could still go either way. Fenerbahce still very much in this, but they're still yet to unlock this Villa defence. Talisca, and then that's very, very ambitious. Goes for goal from 30 yards, and that's drifted a long way wide of the target. I think he definitely had better options there, Talisca. But just confirmation that that Villa goal was ruled out because Jadon Sancho was offside in the build-up. I mean, how on earth the assistant referee didn't spot that in the first place, I have no idea. It really tells you something when a goal was initially allowed, but literally no one celebrates for that team because it's so obvious there was an offside in the build-up. So, just got a bit of a break in play here at the midway stage of this second half. Just looking to see, I think we've got a player down here for Fenerbahce. Just looking to see exactly who it is and how long this game might just be taking a break for here. Let's just run through some latest scores then. So currently it's Bologna 1, Celtic 2. So Bologna have got a goal back there in Italy. It's currently Sports Club and Brand 1, Football Club Midtjylland 2. Feyenoord, we've got a bit of an update here. It's now Brand 2, FC Midtjylland 2. It's now Feyenoord 2, Storm Graz 0, Freiburg 0, Maccabi Tel Aviv 0, Malmo 0, Red Star Belgrade 1, PAOK Salonika 1, Real Betis 0, Victoria Pilsen 1, Porto 0, and Young Boys 0, Lyon 1. Quite a few games coming up later on tonight as well, kicking off at 8 PM UK time. So, just got a break here, and it's Marco Bizot. So it's the Villa second choice goalkeeper who's just struggling a bit here. Now, just a reminder that Emi Martinez is also injured and so can't play in this game. He's absent through injury, so Villa will certainly be keeping an eye on that situation. So it was Marco Bizot. Now, he's okay to continue at the moment, but he clearly had some concern there and needed to be looked at for about 90 seconds or so there. So Villa's goalkeeper on the bench for this game is Sam Proctor. I must say I've never actually seen play in a game that I've covered. Villa's number 52. So Sam Proctor is Villa's substitute goalkeeper for this game. But at the moment, Bizot is okay to continue. So the game proceeds here in the 70th minute. Fenerbahce in possession, just inside Villa's half. Fred just passes the ball square to Skriniar. Back to Fred inside the centre circle. Still all to play for here. Villa just edging it, but it's been a very, very close game. Both teams have certainly had their chances, not just any old chance, big chances as well. Pretty remarkable that we've only had one goal so far in this game. But if Villa can hold on to this win, it might not guarantee them qualification straight away through to the round of 16, but it's pretty much as good as if Villa can hold on. Now Villa just clearing their lines here through Tielemans and Sancho, but that's not the best of passes there from Sancho, and Bizot forced into a good save there at his near post. Villa not clearing their lines properly through Sancho. And that's a really good save there from Bizot, who seems to be okay then. To continue. Not best of passes there from Sancho. And who was it there? It was the Fenerbahce 5. Ismail Yurksek goes for goal. Good shot there for a defender. Corner comes in, only just cleared away by Villa's defence. And now Rodgers will clear the ball away properly. Plays the ball down. Tries to put some spin on it, but the ball goes out of play. It's now into the 72nd minute here. Fenerbahce 0, Aston Villa 1. The only goal coming from Jadon Sancho in the 25th minute. Still no substitutions yet from Villa. Fenerbahce have made 2 so far. Demir and Talisca coming on for Semedo and Nene, but no subs yet from Unai Emery. So Fenerbahce back in possession in the centre of midfield. Now with Oosterwolde. Quick 1-2 there with Mulder. Oosterwolde tries to get the delivery in and he's managed to win his team a corner. The ball comes off Cash last. So it's going to be a corner kick then for Fenerbahce on this left-hand side. Just a reminder of who's on the bench for Villa tonight. So they've got Torres, Garcia, Hemmings, Jimo Alaba, Konsa, Matson, Onana, Proctor, Gesson, Wright and Young. And we're going to see another change for Fenerbahce. Let's have a look here. So the number 5 has got off, Ismail Yurksek, and he's been replaced by Edson Alvarez. So an attacking substitution there from Fenerbahce head coach Domenico Tedesco. So Edson Alvarez is now on the field in place of Ismail Yurksek. But Villa deal with the corner well. But Sancho just losing possession just on this right wing. Villa are getting ready to make a sub. I think they'll just leave it until after this throw-in now for Fenerbahce. On this left-hand side, going to be taken by Mulder. Fenerbahce take that throw as quickly as possible to make sure that Villa can't get that substitution in. Now the ball goes out of play once more. And I think Villa are now going to make their first substitution of the game. Looks if it's going to be Oosterwolde that's going to take the throw. We're going to see a triple Villa change. So Matson is coming on. Gesson is coming on. Oh no, sorry, my apologies. A quadruple Villa change. A quadruple Villa change. So Garcia, Onana, Gesson and Matson are all getting ready to come on. Rodgers is coming off. He's the first player off then for Villa in the 74th minute. So Unai Emery ringing the changes here. Buendia is also coming off. So Buendia and Rodgers are 2 of the 4 players going off. We're just waiting for confirmation of the last 2. Matty Cash is also being substituted. And who's going to be the 4th and final player to go off for Villa? It's Jadon Sancho, the goal scorer. So a quadruple Villa change there. We'll just run through all those in quick succession in just a moment. We'll just wait for this throw-in to come in then from Fenerbahce. So a quadruple Villa change. Long throw comes in from Oosterwolde. Villa's defence again just had the ball out, but not completely out of danger. Now the Turkish side have possession just on this left-hand side, about 5 yards away from the byline. Played back to Mulder. Plays the ball in. They've got some space here, and it's palmed away by Bizot, and then the rebound goes in. It's 1-1 here. Fenerbahce 1, Aston Villa 1, and it's Aktakoglu who has got the rebound in there for the hosts as the crowd go wild here. Straight after that quadruple Villa substitution, Fenerbahce have got an equaliser. They've certainly had their fair share of chances in this game, and it's Aktakoglu that's managed to get the ball in the net here. Delivery came in from the number 18 Mulder. Loose ball ran out. Aktakoglu went for the initial shot. It was spilled by Bizot, and then Aktakoglu reacted very quickly on the rebound, took the ball in with Bizot out of position. I don't think there was any offside there, so I don't think this will be ruled out retrospectively by VAR. And so it's 1-1 then. And we're all level here between Fenerbahce and Aston Villa. But we've not resumed the game yet. So the referee is clearly listening to some communication here from the VAR officials. So, was there an offside at some point, or was there a foul at some point there in the build-up? So the referee is just walking to a different area of the pitch now. And the referee is he going over to his monitor? Let's have a look here. It's been ruled out. It's been ruled out. The referee has indicated that it's been ruled out for an offside. So that goal has been disallowed here. So Aktakoglu's goal has been chalked off. We are back to Fenerbahce 0, Aston Villa 1. So that goal has been ruled out for an offside. So Aktakoglu was not offside. Another player was just off in the build-up there. And so that goal has been chalked off. So it is back to Fenerbahce 0, Aston Villa 1. So really is all action here. But that is a big, big warning sign for Villa. And they've got to make sure that they just start to keep the ball a bit more, because they're getting, kind of penned in their own half a little bit. Now a yellow card has come out for Victor Lindelof, I think it is there, for a late challenge on the Fenerbahce number 9, Kerem Aktakoglu, who thought he'd scored just a couple of minutes ago, but it was later ruled out. So Villa still in front, but only just here. Play continues, so free kick is played in short. So just a quick reminder of those 4 Villa subs then. So Vatson, Onana, Gesson and Garcia, they've all come on for Cash, Buendia, Rogers and Sancho. So all of a sudden Unai Emery just has one more substitution that he can make, and Domenico Tedesco has 2 more that he can make for his Fenerbahce team. And they're on the attack once more. On this right-hand side, floated in, and as Bizot carried the ball out of play, no, he hasn't. The ball had already gone out of play before the keeper got onto it. I'm still not fully convinced that Bizot is 100% fit, because he did pick up that knock earlier, and just wonder if he is actually 100% fit. Just a reminder, Emi Martinez is not in the matchday squad. He is injured already, so that's why he's not available at all. So Villa's substitute goalkeeper for this game is their number 52, Sam Proctor. So Fenerbahce on the attack once more, just going over the Villa half. Now with Aktakoglu. Villa's defence win the ball back. Now Andres Garcia is clearly fouled there, having his shirt pulled back, the right back. Just a reminder that Lindelof was shown a yellow card just a couple of minutes ago for Villa. Now it's a yellow card for the Fenerbahce 18, Mert Mulder, for stopping Andres Garcia from going any further forward on that latest Villa counter-attack. So don't go anywhere, because I'm sure we've got a bit of a fast and furious last 10 minutes to go, with plenty of goals elsewhere as well. We'll come back to that when we can. But Fenerbahce back in possession in their defence here, with Oosterwolde. Playing the ball through the middle, trying to find Duran. Duran claiming a think that has been struck in the face. He stayed down, but the referee unmoved. Play continues here with Fenerbahce still in possession. With Sensio going down the left-hand side. That's a challenge that's come in there from Garcia. Referee just does not seem convinced there that Duran served, but Duran is still down on the pitch. And Fenerbahce is still carrying on though on the attack. Villa challenge comes in. Ball just runs away from Gesson, one of Villa's 4 substitutes, and with Duran still down on the pitch, the referee now finally stops play and is getting a bit of an ear bashing from both sides here. It was Onana that just ended up running into him. His shoulder, I think, just caught his face, but Duran, I'm not overly sure he was that badly hurt. I think he was making the most of it, but he stayed down there. So while Duran's being treated, let's just run through the latest scores then, elsewhere in the UEFA Europa League in these early 5:45 PM kickoffs UK time. So it is now Bologna 2, Celtic 2. So Bologna have got back onto level terms there. Celtic are also down to 10 men, by the way. So it's Bologna 2, Celtic 2. It's Sports Club and Brand 2. Football Club Midtjylland 3. Feyenoord 2. Sturm Graz 0. Freiburg 0. Maccabi Tel Aviv 0. Malmo 0. Red Star Belgrade 1. PAOK Salonika 1. Real Betis 0. Victoria Pilsen 1. Porto 0. And it's Berna Sport Club Young Boys 0. Olympique Lyonnais 1. So Duran is now up on both feet here. Because he's been treated, he will just have to go off the pitch, but he should be allowed back on very soon. So play now continues then, with Villa's defence in possession here as we move towards the latter stages of the game. Bit of a risky pass across the back line there from Villa. Just about get away with it. Ball goes out for a throw for the visitors, about 10 yards behind the halfway line on their left-hand side. The rain continues to pour down here. It's pitch is getting absolutely soaked in this game. Just a reminder that Domenico Tedesco, Fenerbahce head coach, has 2 more subs that he can make. Unai Emery has just 1 more. Still waiting for this throw to come in here. So it's going to be a throw midway down this left-hand side inside Fenerbahce's half, and it's going to be taken by Dean. So Dean to Matson for his first proper touch of the ball. Matson goes down. And it's going to be a free kick actually to Fenerbahce, deep inside their own half here. Just going to quickly have a look at the as it stands table, just to see where we do indeed stand if this match was to end 1-0 to Aston Villa. We'll just get that information up as soon as we can, but in the meantime, Fenerbahce just trading the ball in between their defenders at the moment here, now being carried up over the halfway line by Skriniar, skipper, now to Fred in the centre of midfield. So at the moment, as it stands, Villa would remain in 3rd position behind Lyon and FC Midtjylland on goal difference, as they're also leading their games at the moment as well. So Villa may well be able to qualify straight into the round of 16 by the end of tonight. It might just rely on a couple of the 8 PM kickoffs as well tonight for them. So come back to that later. Now into Fenerbahce's central midfield here with Alvarez. Back to Fred. Just coming out of the centre circle now. Now back to Skriniar, captain. Villa's defence pretty much playing all 11 men behind the ball right now. You say this would be a really, really good win for Villa if they can hold on. And maybe they can add a second here. There's a long ball played down the top for Garcia to chase down. But Fenerbahce are able to knock the ball safely back to Ederson. as they go in search for an equaliser. Now Gesson just getting in the way of Fenerbahce. Gesson goes down. He was expecting the free kick, but nothing given from the referee. So 6 minutes to go then, plus whatever stoppage time is given by the fourth official. Asensio plays the ball square to Fred. Now to Alvarez, plays the ball up top, looking to find Talisca. He certainly had a couple of opportunities before in this game. Ball runs out of play, and it's now going to be a corner to the Turkish side as we definitely move now into the latter stages of this match here. Just a reminder, Fenerbahce in excellent form heading into this game in Europe as well. Currently 5 unbeaten in the Europa League after a shaky start to the competition. So the corner is going to be taken by Asensio on this right-hand side. Corner comes in, no one around him. In Swinger, just comes off Ming's last. Now Maatsen as well to hold the ball up here. Villa looking to play the ball over the halfway line, but there's no one there. That's how much Villa are having to sit back here. So the possession goes all the way back to Ederson in Fenerbahce's goal before the Turkish side starts from scratch again. Now a free kick is given away by Ian Maatsen. Just comes in with a shove there on Asensio, knocks him over, a bit too eager to win possession back for his side. So now just coming into the 87th minute now, and Villa on the counter once more. And it's Ollie Watkins who has just has some support here. Shot comes in, but that's drifted wide. Shot came in from Maatsen, who was in a very attacking position there, but that shot never looked like it was going to hit the target. It has to be said. So it's going to be a free kick for Ederson to take. Villa with one more substitution that they can make here. Fenerbahce still can make 2 more. Long ball over the top then for the Turkish side. And now just coming up to 20 yards out with the number 94, Anderson Talisca goes past the player and then gets the shot in, but it's a good block from the Villa defence. And looks as if it's going to be a corner here. But where did the ball go out exactly? Good position to get the shot in. It was Bogard that came in with the vital block for Villa. Thought Bogard didn't have a great game in Villa's most recent match against Everton, but Bogard has played a lot better in this one. Header comes in from the corner from a way out, and it's a comfortable save in the end for Marco Bizot, who seems to be okay then after that concern that he had about 15 minutes ago. Let's try and get the latest stats up for you on this game. As we now go 87.5 minutes into the match. So both teams have registered, Fenerbahce have registered 13 shots to Villa's 12. Fenerbahce with 8 of those 13 shots on target. So Marco Bizot has certainly been very busy. Villa with 4 shots on target from their 12 in total. And we've seen another yellow card now. That's gone to the Fenerbahce captain, Milan Skriniar, just for a shove there into Ollie Watkins. Absolutely, it's raining so hard now. And Watkins just got caught there on the ankle. I think Skriniar was very impressed with Watkins, but he was clearly caught there on the ankle on his left foot. So Skriniar has been booked, just confirmation of that. He will be suspended for Fenerbahce's next Europa League game on the final match day, which could well prove to be crucial. Next game in Europe is an away trip to Romania to face FCSB. So we're just waiting for the free kick to come in. It's going to be Tielemans to take. If he can get the rain out of his eyes here. So it's a corner then, right next to the touchline, only about 5 yards away from the corner. So, I mean, it's kind of like a corner kick in itself here. As we now are less than 60 seconds away from the 90th minute. Delivery comes in by Tielemans, comes off a Fenerbahce defender last, so it's going to be a corner now for Tielemans to take. Oh, and Tielemans has been booked. I think the referee wasn't ready for the corner to be taken, and Tielemans took it. He's saying that he couldn't hear the whistle. So Tielemans has been shown, I think, a yellow card. Now a corner is going to be taken. Comes off the head of Skriniar. Now the ball is flying around everywhere in front of the goal line. Skriniar plays the ball out here. Referee just needing to get involved. It was a coming together between a couple of players. I think through Jadon Oosterwolde and Tyrone Mings. So it's going to be another corner then for Tielemans to take as we now go into stoppage. So we're going to have 7 minutes of stoppage time. So we've got a lot of stoppage time to go through. So 7 minutes of injury time here. Can Villa hold on? Or can Fenerbahce grab a very, very late and vital equaliser in context of this league phase table? So Villa back in possession with Garcia on the right-hand side. Goes past his man. Floats across in. Not a bad delivery, but just takes a headed deflection from a Fenerbahce defender. Now they're going very, very direct. A little bit too direct. Ball pumped up top. And there's only Bogard there to chase the ball down for Villa. And he'll take up as much time as he can. Back to Bizot. Mings. Bizot again. Now Garcia goes down. Referee gives the free kick. Much to Fenerbahce's annoyance. 6 minutes to go then of stoppage time. Still Fenerbahce 0. Aston Villa 1. The opening goal of the game coming from Jadon Sancho. Now Villa are going to bring on their final substitution here. So Youri Tielemans is going off. Then Tielemans having a bit of an argument there with Unai Emery. Not too sure what that was about there. I'm sure that will be asked about at full time in post-match media. But Tielemans has gone off and he's been replaced by the number 53, George Hemmings. So Hemmings making a late but important cameo appearance. Not too sure. I don't know if we'll see another replay there of seemingly a bit of a dispute between Unai Emery and Youri Tielemans. Tielemans may have just been replaced just because he seemed to be getting quite annoyed with some of the decisions from the referee. He was already on that yellow card, so he's been replaced then by Hemmings. 5 minutes to go. Villa in possession with Bogard. Now played up to the centre of midfield. Maatsen can't keep the ball though. It's getting very, very scrappy indeed. It's been a full-blooded affair, very hard-fought affair. And it's a long ball played up top here. The flag has stayed down. And the number 9, Aktakoglu, can't steer his shot on target. Oh, now the flag does go up. I feel like Aktakoglu knew he was offside in the build-up and vindicated why his shot wasn't of a particularly high quality. I think he knew even if he'd found the back of the net it was going to be ruled out. So it's been a frustrating night for Fenerbahce. They've certainly had their chances, as have Villa. Pretty amazed that we've only had 1 goal in this game because both teams have had some big chances. But it's still just the 1 goal in it, and it's come from Jadon Sancho back in the 25th minute, and it puts Villa right on the very brink of qualifying for the round of 16 of the Europa League automatically. With a game to spare, Villa's next match in this competition, so on the final match day, is at home against Austrian side RB Salzburg. When we do get the final whistle, we'll just very quickly run through the as it stands table and just go through exactly what the result means for each side. But Villa are on the brink of securing 6 wins from their opening 7 games in the league phase here in the Europa League. Fenerbahce, as it stands, would be down in 16th. But they're still not out of it yet. Ball punted up into the area. Onana tries to head the ball away here. Oh, and that's a brilliant play from Amadou Onana. Now goes past 2 players. Now goes inside the Fenerbahce half. And Villa have got players on the counter-attack. Oh, the ball ends up ricocheting off Gesson by accident. And that stops Villa's attack. Just wonder if Villa's lack of clinical finishing in the final thirds might come back to haunt them. It certainly would if Fenerbahce were to get a last gasp equaliser. Now we've got a yellow card now to Lamar Bogard for a cynical trip there on